I'm here with my friend Laura. Laura's been on the channel before when we recorded some Corelli. I'm seeing her in the San Francisco Bay Area to play some concerts, and we had to get together to do some more stuff for YouTube. So Pachelbel Canon is a huge popular piece that everybody knows, whether they're familiar with Baroque music or not. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I think it has kind of a bad stigma, and I actually think it's a great piece of music. I'm not tired of it. I don't get bored playing it, so I thought it would be good to just sort of talk about this piece. One of the things people complain about, especially cellists, is that the bass line is the same 8 notes over and over and over again, and how boring. But this is something called a ground bass. It was really popular in the Baroque period, and it was a common form where the bass instrument, whatever that may be, cello, gamba, an actual bass, plays the same chord progression over and over, while the higher instruments change and vary. And that was a normal genre, and I don't think it's a good attitude to get bored. You're doing something very important by giving the foundation of the harmony and allowing the higher instruments to improvise and ornament and change over that. Another thing about Pachelbel's Canon is we hear a lot of different interpretations of it because it's such a popular piece, but I think one of the problems is some of these interpretations don't really honor all the things that are great about the piece and instead kind of make it into something that it isn't. And I think one of the biggest offenses is playing it too slow and really luxuriating in it when we want to actually be feeling the harmony and the chords moving along. And if you're someone who finds the piece boring, you might find it a lot less boring playing it not so slow. So Laura and I are going to give an example of what you might hear in a modern interpretation of this piece. We are playing on Baroque instruments, so we'll do our best to simulate a modern interpretation, and then we'll play it more, how you might hear it if you're thinking of it more in the Baroque style. And the piece, of course, is written for more than one violin, but we have an arrangement here that covers most of the parts with just the two of us. So now we're going to play it a little bit more like we like to play it as historical performers, and in a way that I think keeps it moving much more. You get much more of a feeling of the gesture and the rhetoric of the music, and I hope it convinces you to think about more authentic performances for some of these popular pieces. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other videos, including my other video with Laura. And if you want to help support me in the production of these videos, you can become my patron on Patreon.